A meditation called Soul Rest. He came looking for fruit, and he didn't find any. He was getting frustrated. Of course he was. There should have been fruit by now. It had been there 3 years, and nothing. It wasn't like we hadn't put time and effort in. We'd done everything right. We'd cared for it, watered it, we'd worked hard, but nothing had happened. There was no fruit at all. Patience was wearing thin. "So what are we wasting time for?" he said, in a slightly grumpy voice. "Nothing's happening. There's no fruit, nothing to show for all the work, the time, the effort that you've put in. It's still struggling, still as weak as it ever was. Nothing is happening. The time has come to cut our losses, walk away and try something else somewhere else. Cut it down. We'll use this soil for something else." But there was something here that I couldn't bear to walk away from, something I didn't want to leave. "I know you're fed up," I said. "I know you're frustrated. So am I. Believe me. But sometimes these things need just that little bit more time, just a shade more patience, a bit more love, some tender loving care, some more manure. Sometimes when you sow a bit of patience, allow things to rest, all kinds of extraordinary life is possible. Look," I continued, just give me a year, one more year. If it hasn't given fruit by next year, then by all means, cut it down. But let's give it that time. Let's give it some love and patience, some nourishment, and see what happens. I know it looks hopeless, but I don't think this is a waste of soil at all. I think, with a bit of love and care, even what seems useless can thrive and bear fruit. There are second chances for all of us. Let's give it a chance." He looked at me long and hard. At first, I think he thought I was going mad, that I'd been out in the sun just a little bit too long. But then the corners of his mouth turned up, and he gave me the biggest, warmest smile. Okay, he said. "Everything deserves a second chance. There's restoration open for us all." He winked, smiled, and said, "So, are we going to have this conversation again next year?" I looked slightly sheepishly at him, and after a pause said, "Maybe."